My name's Roland Allen, and I'm the author of The Notebook, A History of Thinking on Paper, and I'm really happy to be speaking to you about it today. The book started off as a history of stationery, or when I started researching it, but very quickly it became clear that it would have to be a history of ideas, because when the notebook was invented, it immediately had such an incredible effect on the way we think, and still does, that I realised that the most interesting story was not in fact about stationery, but a history of ideas. It starts, roughly speaking, in Florence in about the year 1300, when paper notebooks, as we understand them, first came to be used in a widespread way as business ledgers. But then other people started using them apart from merchants and bankers. So we have authors using them in order to create increasingly sophisticated works of literature. We have artists using them as sketchbooks for the first time. And we have the fabulous phenomenon of the Florentine Zibaldone, which goes on to change not only Italian literature, but English literature, as you will see in the book. Musicians go on to use notebooks, and there are cookbooks. Explorers use them, sailors use their logbooks, people start to keep travel journals, etc. And so it's a very wide-ranging story. Diaries emerge surprisingly late in the day. Authors start using notebooks in increasingly sophisticated ways. One of the last chapters I wrote for the book deals with how modern authors have used their notebooks in order to create their work. You have scientists like Newton, Darwin, Locke, all of them depended on their notebooks for their breakthroughs, and so on and so on. You even have the story of police notebooks. And it comes right up to the present day when we start looking at how notebooks can help us to live happier lives, more fulfilled lives. So we look at things like the patient diary and how that helps us deal with PTSD. We look at things like bullet journals and ADHD. And then the book ends with a real deep dive into the brain and mind, where we do a neurobiological examination of the effects of notebooking on your very brain, and then a philosophical look at how the notebook might affect your mind and your consciousness.